And when you do this, scripting can work for you. Out of all the manifestation techniques that I've tried, and I've tried a lot, my favorite and most effective technique has been scripting. In 2019, I first discovered exactly how to use this technique. I tried it for 30 days, and then within a 6-month period, everything that I had written down came true. Since then, millions of people have watched the videos that I've created where I've shared exactly how to use scripting too, and the success stories that I receive every single day from people sharing with me that scripting has completely transformed their life, that everything that they write down has come true, or even people sharing that one thing on their scripting letter has come true, which is still an enormous win. Scripting has completely changed my life, and I know how powerful a technique it can be because it's helped so many other people too. So in this video, I'm going to explain to you step by step exactly how to use scripting to manifest any of your dreams and goals so that you can take your life to the next level in the next year. To accompany this video, I've also created a free step-by-step scripting guide, which is a free downloadable PDF. I will put the link in the description below, and it really helps you to feel crystal clear on what you want and why you want it, which are two very important things required to get scripting to work for you. What kind of things can you manifest with scripting? You can manifest absolutely anything, but we all have this thing called a bubble of belief. At this present moment in time, there are certain things, certain goals, certain dreams that your mind is completely open to and comfortable with believing to be possible for you. Of course, nothing is off limits. You can become anyone that you want, but there might be certain goals that just feel too far away for your brain to be able to get on board with. There might be a certain amount of money which you believe is available to you right now, but then there might be another amount of money, say $1 billion or something, which at this present moment in your timeline feels way too far away for your brain. So my recommendation to really get this manifestation technique to work for you is to think of goals which currently fit within your current bubble of belief. Another way of looking at this is if you were to think about what you feel could happen for you in the next 6 to 12 months, I'm not saying that you have to put a deadline on your goals, but I recommend thinking about things that feel that close, that feel like they could happen in that kind of time frame. So on all of my best and most successful scripting letters that I've written over the years, I usually have 4, 5, or 6 different goals that I include on one scripting letter. You might have 20 things, 50 things, 100 things that you want right now. I would recommend you filter it down to the top 4, 5, or 6. That way you're going to be able to feed your energy and focus onto that small handful of things. The more plates we have spinning at once, the more diluted the energy and focus is going to be anyway. So trust me on this one, this is what works. So once you've got clear on a handful of things that you would like to focus on manifesting, and you feel like each one of them fits within your bubble of belief, take a moment and really think about, why do you want this thing? How is it going to change your everyday life? How is it going to change the way you feel on a daily basis? Maybe the way you feel about yourself or the way you feel about life in general. I'll give some examples. If you want to manifest more money, sometimes when we just think about money or talk about money or say affirmations about money, they can feel quite disconnected, right? Have you ever said an affirmation about money before, but it didn't really hit you in the feels? This is where it's so important to go a level deeper and to really ask yourself, why do you want more money? And this could be different for each individual person. Find something that really touches your heart about why you want more money, then you know you've hit the spot. So for me, when I wrote one of my first scripting letters, I was sick and tired of always worrying and feeling anxious anytime I had to buy anything. I was craving the feeling of not worrying about money and in fact enjoying the process of buying things. So I was actually seeking the feeling of feeling calm and excited about what to buy next. If you have a goal where you want to manifest changes in your physical appearance, maybe toning up, losing a bit of weight, whatever it might be, why do you want that? If you're just focused on a number on a scale, or you're just focused on a particular clothing size, that doesn't necessarily hit you in the feels. If anything, that can just trigger you negatively. The real feeling might be something like, I love feeling confident in absolutely anything I wear. I love feeling so relaxed knowing that I always look good from every angle. Something like that might be the real reason as to why you want the physical change. This is the real key to getting this technique to work for you, because we're not just writing down our goals like a shopping list. We're not just thinking about what we want and maybe we're feeling all kinds of lack and desperate and frustration about it. Instead, we are actually entering the vibration of the desired thing. We're taking our brain to the point in reality where it has already manifested, and we are becoming very comfortable and familiar with being in that future reality. We are feeling the feelings now. We are practicing being that version of ourselves now. And when you do this, scripting can work for you. So then how do we put it together in the format of a letter? I usually address my letter to someone or something because the letter is actually a thank you letter. The first scripting letter I ever wrote, I wrote it to Abraham and Esther Hicks because this is how I discovered the technique, through an Abraham Hicks video. So I would write, Dear Abraham, thank you so much. Or other times I've written, Dear Universe, thank you so much. So you can write it to anyone or anything that you feel a connection with, who you would want to express gratitude for their help in manifesting these things. So dear whoever, thank you so much. That's what goes at the top of your letter. And then each goal is going to have a mini paragraph. Each paragraph is just 2 sentences long. The first sentence is a statement about how what you want has already manifested. So you write a sentence in the past tense. For example, we have got an all year round rental on a villa that is beyond what we thought we could get. Or in the past, I've written things like, we now have more money flowing into our bank account than ever before. We had our dream wedding in Spain with all of our loved ones from all over the world. So that's your first sentence. Clear description of what you want in the past tense as if it's already happened. Then, for each goal, you write a second sentence. And the second sentence is where you write how you feel now that it's manifested, tapping into that why that we were talking about earlier. So you know where I said things like, I love thinking about what to buy next, or I love feeling confident in anything that I wear. The second sentence for each paragraph is where you write that one. So your letter will look like this. Dear whoever, thank you so much. And then each paragraph will say, I now have second sentence, it feels so fill in the blank. When you're writing that second sentence about how you now feel, don't just say, it feels so good, I feel so amazing. Because those words still aren't transporting you to the place where you want to go. This is why I said, before you write your scripting letter, to take time to really think about the why. So once you've done that with each of your goals, you'll have a little letter like this, and then at the bottom you can sign it off, thank you so much, put your name at the bottom, done. I also like to put a date at the back of the page as a reference point as to when I wrote this, just for the future. I don't see the date every day because it's on the back, but once it's all manifested, it's quite fun to see when I wrote it so I know how long it took. And by the way, allow the things to unfold in divine timing. That's how it always works for me. I don't try and rush these things. I embrace that some things can happen quickly and easily. Other things require me to elevate to a new version of me before I am able to receive them. And this is where the subconscious work is really important. In fact, I'm going to share another video up here with you and down in the description as well to watch after this one. It's a video that helps you to understand why manifestation techniques work And if you've tried manifestation techniques in the past and they haven't worked for you, exactly why that is. Because the technique can work so effectively, but there also might be something deeper that's holding you back. So that video will help you to uncover what might be holding you back and what might be preventing you from getting these techniques to work. What do we do once we've written our scripting letter? Very simple. Now you're going to take this letter and you're going to put it on your bedside table. The reason why we put it on our bedside table is because over the next 30 days, you're going to look at that scripting letter and read it to yourself with gratitude, with feeling, first thing when you wake up every morning, and last thing before you turn out the light and go to sleep. You can read it to yourself in your head. It's okay. You don't have to do it out loud. The reason why it's so valuable to look at your scripting letter first thing when you open your eyes in the morning and last thing before you go to sleep is because the subconscious mind is more susceptible and more open during those two special times of day. When your brain is still waking up and figuring out what kind of day you're going to have, and the last thought before you go to bed, your brain is actually in a different frequency. It's in the theta state. And when your brain is in theta state, it is more susceptible and open to receiving information. That is why it's really important to be intentional about the first thing that you do when you wake up and the last thing that you do before you go to sleep. If you're scrolling on your phone during both of those periods of day, you're absorbing everybody else's energy, everybody else's information, all kinds of positive and negative influence, and that's going direct into your subconscious mind. So swap the phone out for your scripting letter. In fact, what I like to do is put my letter on top of my phone to make it easier to build the habit to look at my scripting letter before I touch my phone. So read your scripting letter every morning and every night for 30 days and then put it away somewhere safely. Let it go. By that point, your brain will have become very familiar with what you want. It will have gone into your subconscious mind. And then from that point, stay open to see how it unfolds. Follow the signs. Act on your inspiration. When books are recommended to you, read them. When ideas pop into your mind, follow those ideas and act upon them. Your mind will have been programmed to start to lead you towards what you want. So it's very important that you follow those impulses like breadcrumbs, guiding you towards your desires. This is how you can manifest incredible things in the months that follow reading your scripting letter. If you feel like your own brain works against you and it feels really difficult to take inspired action, if you procrastinate and self-sabotage all the time, then I highly recommend that you watch this other video to release those subconscious blocks so that you're even more likely to get a technique like scripting to work for you. Happy scripting. I love you so much and I'm rooting for you. Until next time.